back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Got my good friend on, the one and only Sigmund Kramer.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm letting you have all of my energy. I'm going to be laid back.
I was about to say, you were super laid back.
Yeah. And I wasn't doing any smoking or toking between the segment.
No, we were playing a little CCR.
I'm just having a mellow Monday.
Mellow Monday. Mellow Monday moments.
Well, you're not in a mellow Monday. You're trying to get something done for a great cause.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, there's an organization called Stellas Voice, and we have partnered up with them at our sister station where I am on the air, KKHT 100.7 FM, and we've partnered up with Stellas Voice. We're trying to raise funds to open up Stella's houses and Simon's houses. Now, Stellas Voice started in 1996. There were a couple of gentlemen who went to Eastern Europe, and after the fall of communism, there was a power vacuum. You know that. A lot of the Eastern European bloc countries suffered because, well, now there wasn't any leadership really, and criminal elements moved in and started really taking control of a lot of things. State-run orphanages were really falling into disrepair, and there were children literally freezing to death in their beds. And these gentlemen wanted to try to, make the orphanages safer for these orphans. And they put in heaters, they put in new windows, they made it a safe place where the children weren't going to freeze to death. And they would move on from city to city. And they started in Moldova. Well, there was this little girl at this first orphanage that they went to that they helped fix up. Her name was Stella. And she was an adorable little girl. And when they went to other villages to help other orphans in other orphanages, after they did that, they came back around to check on how things were doing. And Stella wasn't there anymore. And it turns out that when a child reaches the age of 16 in the Eastern Bloc countries, they can't be in the orphanages anymore, so they're literally kicked out on the streets with, a few dollars. A lot
of European countries look at 16 as adulthood. England, you start drinking at 16, for example.
Well, what ended up happening with Stella is that she was on the streets, had nowhere to go, no one to turn to, and she got preyed upon by sex traffickers. Oh. And they got her hooked on drugs. And then she died of AIDS at the age of 19.
Unbelievable.
And so they named Stella's organization, or this human rights organization, Stellas Voice, because these children need a voice. Human trafficking is a huge problem, Kevin. Even here in Houston, it's like number 2 in the country in terms of a port city that's a bad place for people for human trafficking. Well, anyway, Stellas Voice is really dedicated and committed to helping these orphans, and they're putting Stella's houses and Simon's houses for boys out there in Eastern Europe to have a safe haven for these children to go once they're out of the orphanages.
And who's Simon? You know his story?
It's just, I don't know his story. I think it's just, a play on Stella and Simon. So
there you go.
I'm not sure there was a Simon, but the point is a safe haven for the boys and a safe haven for the girls once they are out, so they will not be preyed upon. There are whole villages of children missing because of the sex trade, and we need to help out. $25, $50, $100, whatever you can afford to give. It is going to be a huge help for orphans to keep these really literally saving lives, Kevin.
Yeah, I love it. People need to help them out. How do people donate?
Yeah, go to kkht.com. There's a Stella's Voice banner, kkht.com. I sure would appreciate it. You're literally going to be saving lives by donating to that great cause.
KKHT.com. I support a lot of the different groups here. I am definitely going to be checking this out because, it is such a tragedy. And David talks about in the Psalms that we are to defend the weak.
Right.
It's our responsibility to defend the weak. And here's a great opportunity to do just that. Thanks so much, Sigmund.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to have a great program for you. So I know you'll be sitting next to your radio for the next 23 hours getting ready for The Price of Business.